Does this happen to you when you're about to post your TikTok video and you get to the part where you need to select hashtags and then you just randomly search and add in hashtags and you don't really know what you're doing? Or what about this? You're wondering if hashtags really do make a big difference to growing your account on TikTok. The answer is yes. Hashtags make a huge difference and they can help your TikTok videos rank in the #1 position. In this video, I'm going to share with you all the knowledge that I've personally learned about growing my account on TikTok with how to use hashtags to get more views on your TikToks and grow your account. By the end of this video, you would have learned these 4 really important tactics: the purpose of hashtags and how to take advantage of hashtags to grow your brand, how to select the right hashtags for your TikTok videos so that you're not just randomly selecting hashtags which have a negative effect on your videos. You'll also learn how to position your TikTok hashtags so that you can get more views on your videos. And finally, and probably the most important part, is how to create your own branded hashtag so that you can build authority on TikTok, which a lot of people miss. So make sure that you stick around to watch that part of the video. How does that all sound? Just imagine how much you're going to learn by the end of this video. So let's get into it. If you're new here, I'm Melissa Laurie, and I'm also the creator of Social Media Genius, which is an 8-week course that gives you the tools and expert support to create high-performing TikToks and Reels that grow your brand fast. If you're interested to learn a little bit more, check out the link below. To understand how to use TikTok hashtags well, you need to understand the purpose of hashtags. And I found this really interesting. So hashtags actually got invented in 2007 by this guy called Chris Messina. He was just really active on Twitter. And what he found was that there was no way to categorize topics. So basically, he came up with the idea of the hashtag. So it started on Twitter, and then obviously it's just expanded to all other social media platforms. So the purpose of you using hashtags for TikTok, well, there's 2 reasons. #1, it's going to help you categorize what your video is about. And that's really important because TikTok has amazing search functionality. So it means that people can go onto TikTok and search for a topic. And then if you've used hashtags in the right way, it means that your video can appear. And that's a really great way to get a ton more views on your TikTok videos. Let me just show you exactly what I mean so that you're clear, because this is really important with how to use hashtags. So if we open up the TikTok app, up the top there, you can see the magnifying glass. If we click that, that takes us to the search browser. So you can just type in anything and search for anything. But for this example, let's look at TikTok algorithm. So you will see that there's some of the top performing videos. And if we scroll down a little bit, what do you notice? There's me. My video is ranking in one of the top positions when people are searching for TikTok algorithm. And that's what I want for you. What I'm sharing in this video is going to help you also rank your video in the top position. And the way to do this is when you understand how to use hashtags on TikTok in the right way. Because when your video ranks in one of these top positions, it means that you're going to be getting organic views on your videos. This is free views, and this is a really powerful way to grow on TikTok. This is what I've done, and I now want to share it with you so you can grow on TikTok as well and really boost your video views. And the second big purpose of using hashtags is because when you use hashtags in the right way, you can tell the algorithm what your video is about. And it means that the algorithm will show your video to people who are most likely to be interested in that type of content. And that will just also help you boost watch time, which is another really important metric on TikTok. Because the more people that engage with your video and watch your video, it means that the algorithm will show your video to more and more people. Okay, so now that we're clear on the purpose of TikTok hashtags and that you need to be using TikTok hashtags so that you can get your video to rank in the #1 position and get a constant flow of video views, let's move on to how to actually select hashtags. A mistake that a lot of people make on TikTok is that they often choose really competitive hashtags, and it means that it's really hard for your video to rank. So what you want to do is choose a mixture of competitive versus less competitive hashtags. And I'm going to show you exactly how you do that. So if we open up the TikTok app, oh, by the way, I have been a little bit sick, so that's why my voice might sound a little bit croaky in parts of this video, but I really wanted to film it for you, so please bear with me. So open up the TikTok app, and if we search for Let's do vegetarian recipes because I'm a vegetarian and why not? So when we search for vegetarian recipes, you can see that there's hashtags on the side there, so we can select that. And basically what you're looking at is all the different types of hashtags for vegetarian recipes. So we can see that vegetarian actually has 4.8 billion views. That is a very competitive hashtag, meaning that a lot of people are using that hashtag, but it's also getting a lot of views. However, if we look at vegetarian foodies, we can see that's got 16.3 thousand views. So it's a less competitive hashtag. So now that you know how to actually search for hashtags and you can actually see the views, so what I recommend and what I do on my own TikTok profile and also the brands that I work with is that we select 4 to 6 hashtags and we make sure that we're selecting competitive, but also less competitive hashtags so that it's giving the video the best opportunity to rank on TikTok. This is the graph that I use when I am selecting hashtags, and it's ultimately a guide just to keep me on track, just to make sure that I'm not selecting only really extremely popular hashtags, which are going to be really hard to rank for. The whole purpose of using this template is to make sure that you select hashtags that spread across this template so that you can give your videos the best chance to go viral and also rank. Because just imagine if you kept selecting only extremely competitive hashtags, then it's going to be near impossible for your video to rank on TikTok. And we don't want that. We want to make it really easy. So that's why I recommend that you select hashtags that have a mixture of video views so that you can rank your video on TikTok. Okay, so now that you understand hashtag competition, let's get into actually how you select the right hashtag topics for your videos. There's 3 factors that you need to consider when you are selecting hashtags for TikTok. So firstly, you want to select hashtags that relate directly to your video. Makes sense, right? But a lot of people miss this part. So make sure you choose hashtags that relate to your video. Next, you want to select hashtags that relate to your target audience and who you're trying to talk to. Plus, you want to include hashtags that might be how someone is actually searching for this type of video. And finally, also include hashtags that relate to your industry. Now, I'm going to bring this to life with actually showing you an example. So if we hop over to TikTok again and we look at this video here. So this is a video that I posted on TikTok, obviously, it's me. So let's have a look at the hashtags. So this video is all about hashtags on TikTok. And what can you see? The first hashtag is hashtags TikTok. So that relates directly to the video because I'm talking all about hashtags. The next hashtag is how to use hashtag. So this could be how someone is actually searching on TikTok. So I want to make sure that I'm using that search term as a hashtag. You can also see hashtags like content creators, so that's relating to the target audience. And also I'm using hashtags that relate to the industry, such as TikTok marketing. So can you see how using a mixture of different hashtags, that it means that I'm covering a lot of different bases and I'm also giving my video the opportunity to rank. Before we move into the next part, I just want to recap here because it's really important. So make sure that when you're choosing hashtags that you choose hashtags that relate directly to the video and what your video is about. Make sure you choose hashtags that relate to your target audience and how they might be searching on TikTok. Remember, TikTok is a really powerful search platform. And then finally, choose hashtags that relate to your industry as well. And make sure that you are referring back to that graph that I shared previously, which is just to make sure that you aren't just choosing really competitive hashtags. You want to get a good spread so that your video can also rank in the #1 position. And if we go back to TikTok just for a moment and we actually search for hashtags TikTok, what do you see? There's the video. It's ranking in one of the top positions. So by using this formula, you too can get your videos to rank on TikTok and get a lot of organic views on your videos. Can you see the power of this? Oh, I'm so excited for you. Okay, so how do you actually position your hashtags? So I want you to think about positioning your hashtags like a triangle. So you want to have your most important hashtags at the start, at the tip here, and then you're going out broader. So if we go back to that example that I shared with you, so we can see that the first hashtag that I'm using is hashtags TikTok. So that relates directly to the video. So what I see work the best is when you use that first hashtag that relates directly to what your video is about. So if it's about the TikTok algorithm, then your first hashtag should be TikTok algorithm, just like I did with this video here, and you can see that it's ranked in one of the top positions as well. Next, you can use hashtags that relate to how your target audience might be searching, and then finally your industry. Now you would have noticed something, which is that final hashtag that you see there, which is my name. So this brings me onto branded hashtags. And this is just such a powerful way to grow on TikTok and really build authority. So if you haven't done this yet, create your own branded hashtag on TikTok, whether that's your name, just like I have done here. And if you click on my name, you can see that it's got millions of views. And that's a way that I've been able to build authority on TikTok. You can do exactly the same. You just need to start and use that hashtag in all your TikTok videos. Or if you want to create a branded hashtag for your brand, then do that and then add that to all your TikTok videos. This is a really effective way to get more visibility on your brand, and I've seen really good results for me personally on TikTok as well. So that's why I'm recommending you to give it a go as well. If you enjoyed this video, then I suggest that you check out this video here, which is all about the TikTok algorithm. I share a lot of helpful tips as well to help you grow on TikTok. Thanks for sticking with me, and I'll see you next time.